and then just go, screw it, I just want to get there because it's over.
Yeah.
Right? You get rushed and you fall to the wall, and you hit the wall, and you get that like speed wobble.
Yeah.
Right?
Before,
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's easier. What she doesn't understand is that it's actually not. Right? If she was in balance over her back, this would just, she wouldn't even know what's happening, right? Because when the top line is working all the way through the horse, you feel like a marionette suspended from the ceiling, right? So then the footfalls are light, the rib cage is lifted, it's easy to breathe, and the two of you don't hit the wall going, but right now, when we rush and we fall over, she has to literally catch herself and you with every step and throw herself over, right? We get into these bad habits where when we have very smart horses, she goes, oh, I know what this is. She hits center line and goes, I got to go to the wall.
Yep.
Right? And she takes over. So she's also blowing through your outside rein. If you want to get her a little bit more over her back, a little bit more into the contact and on the bit, you have to be able to have that awareness of the outside rein to lift, right? Inside leg to outside rein is the magic of the inside hind leg landing under the trunk, lifting, and then not blowing out through here. It's got to come out through the front of the horse, which is where this inside leg comes on, the hind leg falls, and then the outside rein catches the energy to prevent it from going sideways to instead come through the horse, right? And that's when you get that nice rocking horse lift. Okay, so she needs to become a little bit more patient, and you need to become a little bit quicker and more tactful in your ability to the second she comes over here, you're going to straighten, basically from your knee to her ear, has to be in a straight line. You're going to catch it and you're going to send that energy this way. So she's going to go over and you're going to go through, over, through, right? Which is why when it's done properly and the horse is straight, it looks really boring because the horse is really, really balanced and you just, right? Get a top hat.
Yeah.
So I don't want from the front, if anybody's watching on the ground, like you don't want crossover. The shoulder is fall, right? You want to be chest up and in front, okay? When you're doing half pass, you bend into it and you want this, right? But you're not going to see that until a little bit of the haunch is in at second level and at third level. It's the baby version where it's like you're just in front of it and you don't even really need to bend into it. You just need to like kind of look in your direction and you get a little bit of this, right? So it's not because you want to be like, wow, it's on the wall, but it's too much. It's too much. Okay, so if you're going to do a test in front of me, take your time. I would rather you be a horse width off the wall when you get to the final corner, where my mark will be not quite to M, but again, the balance is good.
Yeah.
Leave me with a better overall impression. Again, rider mark, right? We're always considering the rider mark in the whole thing of like, how do I handle this? Do I stretch the horse out and throw it at the wall? Or do I use the training of the movement, take my time, keep her in balance, so that my next movement, she's completely underneath me, ready to go. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just canter a couple. We won't go canter, but I want to do just the shape of the 15-meter circle. And I want a little more engine on the leg.
Okay.
So, no, because she's on her shoulder.
Okay.
When she's not bouncing, the thing is, when you look at the test, each movement is supposed to set up the movement after it. Your 15-meter circle in canter is supposed to collect the horse, get her on the outside rein, and get her in balance with her hind leg underneath so that right when you hit the wall, she's oiled like spring and ready to go. Good. Yeah, and you're going to do the big. Push the wall in there.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Okay.
Okay. Good. A little bit better. So, what I want to see, walk for 2 seconds just so we don't, just while I gab at it, so I don't waste all the gas in the tank. When I start this at first level, you have to shoot it in multiple parts, right? It's not that you're going to hit the long side and you're going to expect her to carry it all the way in. That is not going to happen, okay? Until she's strong enough, you're not going to go from cage to cage. It's not going to happen. So, where's my expectation? What can I show? Well, I can show a change. I can show a change and most first level horses don't quite make it to the end, right? So, as a judge, when there's changes from length to medium to left in half a letter, I want to see a different half a letter. Okay? So at this stage, I'm not worried about closing the room there. Because you see it, I'll be like, okay, you need to sit, breathe out, and show me something at each. Today, and the next couple months, as we head into the first shows, I want to see you hit that first letter, and I want to see you go and go. Okay? So I'm going to, you want to 15 meters, hand circle like A. I'm light, I'm bouncy, I'm straight off the outside rein. I hit my markers. I'm going to hit A. And I'm going to think about collecting a little bit. So for me, when I ride this corner, I want to ride it on 90 as best I can. Okay? So I'm going to ride for up. I'm going to put my inside leg on. I'm going to go bounce, bounce, and I'm going to feel her go now. Now, wait, wait, wait. I'm going to wait for her body is completely straight. Don't do it on the turn. You move the head back. Stand straight. My body's here and it's like the gate's open. You're going to go and up. Okay? And I'm going to go, ooh, for a second. Again, she's not going to be able to carry it. Once you can get that, then we do it the second time at B or D. Right? So it's like go, go again. And then sit. Okay, so we do that and you kind of have to right? We can't just go, and then I'm out. Right? Or where are you? Right? But when I say go, it's not go. It's go. Okay? She's going to get taller, right? How tall is she? 14 hands? Okay, she's going to be 15 hands. Okay. I was going to say like 13, I think she's bigger than that. She's over 14. Okay, my horse is 18. They were all so when she hits that very light, she's going to go a full hand. And you're going to get 2 or 3 awesome stacks. And you're going to smile, and then we're just going to continue on with the test. Okay? She's not strong enough to do the whole diagonal. Don't expect it at this side of the season. All we want to do is make a change. Okay? So 15 meters to your length. And then you can trot down here. Rush it. Now, light and bouncy and straight. Coil like a spring. Okay, so we're done. Good. Wait till you're straight. Go. A little bit better. Good. So for her, it's okay. Good girl. Good girl. Go again. Okay, so same thing, one more time. We're going to get her a little bit softer in contact on the first half of the 15-meter circle, so she's not pulling you through the second side. Light and down. Light and down. Left, right hand, or left. Left. Please pull the right, and then on the left and forward. Right, you're getting excited. Run the tail on our go. Yeah! Super! And walk and pattern for 2 seconds. Good girl. There we go. So, this is where we consider the horse itself too. She's not all of a sudden going to become Glamour Vale, right? Yeah. And pull a 15.5 mark on your canter. There's a lot wrong with that horse, but the one he does have a canter. Just as like an asterisk.
Just so you know,
Modern day horses, if you go at a horse with a 10, he's got that chest when he lives. But did you feel the difference there?
Yeah.
Right? And you've got 3 or 4 good ones, and then it kind of fizzles out.
Get a little
And that's totally fine. Because all I need for you to do is for you to go, yeah, that was awesome. But then you've got to close your leg again coming into H, just so she doesn't break at the end.
Yeah.
So when you're schooling this, where's your test upside down? Doesn't help anybody. Where are we? We are canter, lengthen. Okay, yeah, because you don't break at that end, you go into your loop, right? So, before I run my mouth. So you need to, so you're going to go, whoa, this is awesome. And then you got to cruise here a little bit, because you kind of have to recollect in order to set up for your loop.
Okay.
But as you come through this corner, because she's going to go, oh shit, that's a lot. You need to make sure your leg is supporting her here through the turn so she does not break, right? Because again, you don't want to waste that. That was a great effort, and it actually showed from where I was sitting, she actually turned like this with her chest a little bit.
Okay.
That's what I like to see,
Okay.
right? It's like she's going to take a big breath. So, because if we don't let them come higher, if we run them this way into the lengthen, you're going to careen around this corner and it's going to be, right? She's on her face, she's literally running down the hill and you're going to get like this and come in, right? I want her to come here, which in the initial stages is a little bit more tiring. She's used to just kind of making her legs go faster. I want her to lift her back, right? So it's like that, you know, the first time you do yoga stretches, you do like downward dog, you lift, you know, oh my God, right? You're not going to hold it for very long, but if you do it in small increments, you're able to build it more quickly. I want her to gain more breath when she lengthens. It's going to go for your trot too. We're going to do the trot, but I thought we'd do camper first. So you're going to have to recollect, and then here, same thing, don't go flying through that corner. If this corner goes fishtailing, that one's going to be hard to set up, and your loop is tricky, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I can see that I'm going to struggle with the idea of trying to make a difference at age, a downward difference,
Yeah.
but not breaking.
Yeah. Well, and that's where the strength comes in. That's why I say right now, we can't really go, okay, now pull her back, because she's just going to fall apart.
Yeah.
Right? She's not there yet.
Yeah, yeah.
So I want you to go, whoa, and then you're just going to kind of come into cruise.
And
Into a
balance.
nice, you're going to do square corner, into your loop.
Yeah.
Okay? So this just sort of becomes a little less exciting as it goes, but it makes the judge go, ooh, something happened.
Okay.
Right? So even if it's only, you've gone from 6 to 6.5, not the 8 that we want yet, but it still goes, okay, here, and then you'll probably get a comment, show more at H or change H or whatever. Right? Because ideally, the horse goes zoom, and then sits, and then turns.
Yeah.
We know this, right? I can't expect that at the gate. So right now, I want to do your 15, I want you to kind of nail the shape of it, which means less inside rein,
Yeah.
more outside rein, so that she's kind of jumping up in front of you on the circle. Okay, so think of her on a straight line, going ting, on the 15. And making a change in the first corner, right? We have to put the building blocks up one at a time.
Yeah.
Right? So right now we can do that because you just did it and it was really nice. And she was like, ooh, right? And because she does have an engine, right? I want to sort of show that off a little bit. She can go, but you can't show a difference if you're running on the 15 and then you got nowhere else to go. That's why it looks like you're changing because you're doing too fast on the other side. Right? So slow it down so that this is a little bit more, you know, less exciting. So that when she digs in and goes, the judge goes, oh shit, I didn't know what was in there. Right? It's great to be on swimming, it's really, really fun, right?
Yes.
You almost don't expect it.
Especially from the fjord, yeah.
Well, that's why I love her, because
Yeah.
she's got such a zoomy engine. I've seen so many of them that are just more like this.
And then right from the day I bought her, I didn't want that.
Yeah.
I've ridden that, and,
Right.
and there was no way she was going to get away
No,
with
so
it.
this is why it is easier. If I was to take a horse, speaking from one that has no engine, it is so much easier to have a horse that's too much to kind of go, okay, we just need to relax
Yeah.
because it's there,
Yeah.
right? And I love that it's there. We just need her to
Isn't
kind of-
always.
But there is the odd day.
Yeah.
But I want her to slow her legs down a little bit so that the steps are more counted, more purposeful, and more balanced, right? It's a 4x4, you gotta keep her like this, don't let her, right?
I'm here, so.
Let's do once the other way. So we'll do this 15 meter and then same thing. So get the shape of the 15 in a little bit of a lighter, bouncier canter, and then come off the first letter, like I just lit a firecracker behind the wall. But the chest has to lift up. Okay? You're kind of jumping a little cross rail off the first letter instead of just flying at the heel. So please move. So light and back. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Yeah. A little more outside. You know that. There. You're going to lift your back. Get straight. Go. I think there's a tiny bit more in there. We're almost there. where every time she lands, she's kind of in front of her inside hind leg. Okay? So that she's straighter, because as soon as you come through the corner, when they are straight, they can go right? You haven't kicked the whole here. So if we can work on this feeling where you and your brain are going to feel like you're cantering too slow, and you're going to trot too slow getting into it. Just have to bring that down a little bit to make it change. Because again, as you go up the levels, there's collective and medium working and extended gates, right? You have to be able to show a change between, like a horse should have like 6 different trots, right? Which, right now, we're just trying to show kind of change gears a little bit. And you're not going from first gear to fifth, right? She's not there. You're going to go from first to second, and back to first, and back to second. So it feels really good and straight. The odd time you can hit third, right? But for now, for her fitness and her strength, I don't want to push for third or fourth because it's not fair, right? I want her to feel confident. I want you to feel confident. But right now, the straightness and balance has to come through more consistently, and then that will happen with less effort, right? You'll literally just be straight, and you'll get this feeling that she's going, now, how about now, right? And all you do is kind of give your elbows and close your roots a little bit, and off she goes, right? Lengthens are not about kicking a horse across the diagonal or down the long side. If you're going faster, quicker, you're doing it wrong. You need to go bouncier. You're kind of going from running, nicely across the grass to across a moon bounce. You get a little higher and a little farther with each step. So a lengthening is literally just that. It's not, a medium trot has some suspension to it where you got to come up and go down. This is literally just, her stride length has gone from 2 feet to 2 feet and 2 inches, right? She's just got to land a little bit farther than she was before, right? So it's, again, we want it to be like, length and trot, but it's not this big exciting thing. Like, save that for your extended, otherwise you have nowhere else to go, right? Right, like her legs are only physically so far, but you can't ask her to be like, it's just not a thing. So when we're going to do a little bit of length and trot here, just a couple of times before we pull it out, where I want you to get the feeling that when I come across a diagonal for a lengthen, it's not about pushing faster, it's about like opening the double doors and having everything go, oh, right? The chest lifts, the hind leg comes underneath, and all you've done is you've said, because you come through the corner saying, wait for me, wait for me, wait for me, and you kind of go, okay, go a little bit, right? You open the door, we don't kick across, right? You unbalance the horse. If you hit the diagonal and you go, yeah, you just roll the horse onto their face, and then they spend the rest of it going, and by the time you get to the end, you see so many riders going, oh, turn, right? Ridiculous. Again, for right now, I don't expect her to carry it across the diagonal. I want to see a difference at the first letter, and then as you gain strength, you kind of ask again as you cross X to reestablish the lift, and then you collect on the other side. Do a circle first step. Good. Hands down. So your outside rein also has to stay just a little bit lower. I don't like low, wide hands, but you're sitting on a pony with 1.5 feet neck. So if you come up here, you're way too high, right? Good. Make softer contact. Good. Now relax a bit. Good. Now bring her back. Bring your circle again. Slow it down. If the working trot is too fast and too big, you have nowhere to go for your life. Right?
That's so much.
But I need her to carry you, not the other way around. That's there. That's there. And it's so slow, you're going to feel like, are we about to walk? No, you're not. Because your boots, one more time. Your boots stay on to support the trot. you don't want to get the sensation that you're kicking every strike. Kind of every 3 or 4, give her a bit of a nudge, a reminder to stay in front of you, but she has to be self-sufficient in the trough. Hands together and quiet, make it simple. Relax. Again, I want you to fade into the image of your work. Don't distract me with hands and legs that are moving. I want to watch her. Right? Yeah. She's beautiful. Let her feel the show. Good. And then quiet. Yeah. There. See? And you can get quiet with your hands and look what she does. Oh, you want to get a little bit around it? This feels nice. I hate to tell you, but 99% of the time, we are the problem.
Oh, yeah.
We are the problem.
I apologize to her every day.
Oh. You're sticking with us. Good. Soft. And then Henry. Whoa. More circle. More down. More stuff. Easy. So, give and take a little bit forward to the inside range. Down a little. So you have the right idea, but you're at like 110%.
Yeah.
Do it at 60. Cut the effort in half. Right? We want to get the most amount of